श्री सत्य साई दिव्य कथा, श्री सत्य साई दिव्य कथा, श्री सत्य साई दिव्य कथा।
Sri Narasimha Murthy's parents were highly devoted to God. The Satyanarayana Puja performed at their home when he was studying in primary school was not just a ritual, it was performed with great devotion. But as he grew up and entered the high school, somewhere this bond of love was cut and he stopped visiting temples and attending religious functions. Two terrible thoughts haunted him.
I had lost faith in God. See, as a child, my parents were theists. They were very religious people, brought me up on a spiritual diet. As a young boy, I had great devotion. Why I say I had great devotion to God when I was a young child and boy was, whenever I heard the stories of great saints, I would cry. That would happen very spontaneously. Remembering that, I would say that I had great devotion to God. But somewhere when I was studying in the college, it so happened that was the fashion those days. The Marxist ideas were spreading very fast. That was in the early 60s in India, especially college students. The Marxist ideas were spreading. And with that, I thought I became an atheist. But most importantly, I lost faith in God. I used to get very searching doubts whether God is really there or not.
Sri Narasimha Murthy recalls, I met Sri Madhav and we became classmates in the engineering college. He was a staunch follower of Sri Ramakrishna and Swami Vivekananda. I found a magazine which Madhav had left on my table before we went out. There was a lovely picture of Jesus Christ that adorned the cover page. Suddenly, I broke down and wept bitterly. A surprising prayer went out from my troubled heart. Oh God, if you really exist, if you are all merciful as your devotees claim, show your kindness on me and grant me faith. When I got up late in the morning, the unbelievable had happened. I had developed faith in God. I studied the life of Sri Ramakrishna and it satisfied my heart's hunger to be with God. In September 1965, along with a few of his college mates, BN Narasimha Murthy attended a meeting of the Thinkers Forum started by Sri Madhyala Narayana Bhatt. Sri Narasimha Murthy recalls, he spoke about the inspiring examples of Swami Vivekananda and Mahatma Gandhi. During the course of his talk, he made a respectful reference to Sai Baba of Puttaparthi. I interrupted him in the middle and asked him a few questions about Sai Baba. I was not convinced, and so I made a few caustic remarks about Sai Baba, saying that as a student of science, I could not accept what he said about his miracles. Anna asked me, have you seen Sai Baba? No, I answered. He asked me again, have you read any books by Sai Baba? No. Have you read any books on Sai Baba? No, I answered again. Have you heard anything about Sai Baba from persons devoted to him? No. Maybe the first one is yourself. Anna smiled and asked me, may I please know your name? Narasimha Murthy, I said casually. Anna then said, Narasimha Murthy, you say you're a student of science. You have not seen Sai Baba, nor read anything about him. You have not heard anything about him from his devotees or admirers. Obviously, whatever you know about him, you would have heard from his critics. Is it scientific on your part to pass a judgment on him? Anna said, I suggest you should see Sri Sathya Sai Baba yourself and then come to a conclusion about him. Finally, he said, I am going to Puttaparthi next month. If it is convenient for you, you may come with me. I accepted the invitation very willingly. Sri Narasimha Murthy recalls, the event that changed the course of my life happened in October 1965. That was my first meeting with Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba at Prashanti Nilayam. He called me for a personal interview and I stood facing him in the vibrant atmosphere of the interview room. His loving smile touched the softest corner of my heart. He looked at me as if he knew me for ages. He said, you have come here late. since you listen to the wrong things spoken by others. That is all right. You have indigestion, not in your stomach, but in your head. He smiled heartily and continued, You are worrying too much about your future. Do not worry. Your future is safe and secure in Baba's hands. Be happy. I was overwhelmed by his love and concern and dumbstruck by the correctness of the statements made by him. Thus, Sri Sathya Sai Baba became my Swami, the Divine Master. I made it a point to go to Puttaparthi at least once in a month and never miss any festivals there. As days passed, a strong desire to be with Swami all my life without getting entangled in family life developed in my heart. After finishing his engineering degree, Sri Narasimha Murthy opted to work. Baba had assured him he would get a job, and so it happened. It was at Manipal Engineering College as a lecturer. Though it was a beautiful place, he faced a sense of loneliness and pangs of separation from Baba. One day, Swami came in a dream and asked him to come to Puttaparthi. A few days later, Sri Narasimha Murthy went with his mother to worship their family deity. Swami chose that moment to change her mind. She asked him, Son, are you not going to get married? It was Baba who prompted the reply, Mother, I am very happy as I am. Would you not like me to be happy throughout my life? You have suffered enough in the samsara. I know that you love me very intensely. I too love you more than any person. Why do you push me into the same hell in which you have suffered so much? There was a long silence. She wiped her tears and said, May God bless you with happiness all your life. I won't come in your way. When he told Anna about this, Sri Madhyal Narayan Bhatt asked him to join Lokaseva Vrinda and assured they would support his parents financially to fulfill their obligations to their children. By the end of the year, he was with Anna. Sri Narasimha Murthy states, I learned from Anna many skills to serve society. He encouraged me to take up public speaking and gave me many opportunities to speak on campus as well as outside. He later made me co-editor of the monthly magazine. He made me learn the details of the workings of the printing press. By making me warden of one of the hostels, he taught me the subtle skills of character molding. I also learned the basics of accounting and managing correspondence apart from managing a kitchen. When there was a building construction, he took me with him. I could thus hone my engineering skills practically. People from many regions of Karnataka wanted Anna to build schools in their region. The divine will prompted Sri Madhyal Narayana Bhatt to choose Muddinahalli. Sri Narasimha Murthy recalls, There were testing times, physically and mentally. We cooked our food and worked throughout the day. Burning bricks in the kiln was a night-long affair. The only means of transportation was a bicycle. Our hope was that Swami would visit the place in future. Anna would visit once a month. People living in the surrounding areas considered it their good fortune to host him in their homes. It was inaugurated on 11th June 1973 in the morning. The most valuable gift Swami gave me was the opportunity to live with pure-hearted young teachers who had dedicated their lives to realization of God and welfare of the world. The sense of brotherhood we developed made it a heavenly place. We lived in that little heaven presided over by our Lord Sri Sathya Sai.